Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rosano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But, ladies and gentlemen, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we are coming to you live today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a good mood. How are you doing today? Today, we're going to talk about headlines, and we're going to talk about subscription podcasts, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, you want to have great headlines. You want to become great at doing headlines. Now, I know some of you read these titles. These titles are, they're okay. I can do better. I must do better with the headlines. But you can become great at headlines, especially if you want to do. Let's say you want to do a YouTube channel. Two of the most important things that you can do. Make sure you have a great thumbnail and make sure you have a great headline. If you have those two, everything else can sort of be okay. But you want to make sure you have a great thumbnail and a great headline. And you want to have great headlines when it comes to you writing articles. You want to have a great headline when it comes to all the content you create. The better the headline, the easier it is to get the people in, you know. I was reading this book one time by David Ogilvy. He was an advertising person back in the 60s, and he said the headline is like 2/3, 3/4 of the goal. He said if you got a great headline, the copy, the body of the work can be okay, but the headline's great, and then you bring them in. And I thought I could see that, because if you ever wanted to buy something and you read the little sales thing, the headline's great, and most of the time people skim through the copy anyway. So, but you want to make sure you want to make sure that your headlines are great. You know, they don't have to be misleading, but you want them to be great. You want them to have people thinking. All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, this is gonna be a quick episode. Let's talk about subscription podcasts. Do you want to set up a subscription podcast? Do you want to set up, something where you can charge people? Subscription anything. Subscription-based model is the way a lot of people are going these days. A lot of people have subscriptions. Subscribe to this, subscribe to a newsletter, subscribe to Paramount. All the cable people are going to this model. I remember WWF, my brother, he was telling me they have a thing every month. You can pay like $10, something like that, to watch all the pay-per-views. It's from the gym to everything is like a paid subscription, you know. I'll see people on YouTube, they like, if you want this full interview, go to my Patreon and click on this and click on that. Now, now when if you build an audience and then you say, hey, you guys, I'm starting a subscription. Now we all know you're gonna lose some people. There are gonna be some people that are gonna say, nope, I'm not paying for this, and they're gonna drop out. That's just the way it is. But it's the question of, should you come out the gate with a subscription podcast, or should you wait? That's a big question. You don't have an audience, but you want people to pay for something they don't know anything about. It's a slippery slope. But what you can do is, you can do one or two things. You can have let's say you have a podcast, a YouTube channel, and that can be free. And then you can say, guys, I got bonus material, I got extra episodes, I got juicier episodes on the paid subscription. You can always go that route, because you want to build an audience, but at the same time, you want to be able to monetize, make money from the work that you are doing, from the work that you are creating. So I say, at some point, no matter what you do, no matter what business you have, I suggest you dive into the subscription model base, because the best thing you can do is get revenue in every month, because all this stuff takes money to operate. If you want to scale your business, if you want to get somebody to edit your podcast, upload your podcast, edit your YouTube videos, upload your videos, you got to have money. You got to pay somebody. If you have a subscription-based model, then every month you guarantee for some revenue to come in, and then you can pay these people, and you can work it like that. Instead of going out trying to get loans or trying to do this and trying to do that, or come out of your pocket if you have a job, working that job, the subscription-based model is a good way for you to maintain revenue, get revenue, have revenue, and build off that. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, eventually get you a subscription-based model. Figure it out. Do a newsletter, do videos, podcasts, however, whatever, but get you a subscription-based model going. I mean, eventually we're going to get a subscription-based podcast going around here, so brace yourself. If you don't want to pay, then I don't know what to tell you, but eventually it will come. It will be there. And that's it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the podcast. We will be back tomorrow with the all new episode of Online Marketing Moves. But until then, my name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening, and as always, everybody, God bless and peace.